Ganyan ka lang. Kuya, sandal ka. Good day, everyone, or good evening to the other side of the world. I'm here in front of you all to discuss briefly one of the best alternative treatments for breast cancer. Ever heard of the Protocel? Well, Protocel is a form of drug which is used to treat cancer. And when I say cancer, we're talking about the advanced stage, which is usually the third or fourth stage. I know and I believe that as a medical professional, stages are just a number. They're all curable, as unbelievable as what it is. Protocel, as it is traceable from its origin, was first introduced in 1936 by Jim Sheridan. It is actually a non-toxic liquid formula that most cancer patients consider Protocel as one of the last best resorts in the United States. Although there are many other forms of alternative treatments to cure cancer, Protocel is still one of the most promising treatments for advanced cancer patients. Sheridan's experimental method of demise tumors greatly provoked that cancer can still be curable. He firstly called this drug as Entalev, then slightly changed to Cancel. But since years passed by, he now announced it as Protocel. So now the big question is, why Protocel? It is simply just because. Protocel, as good as what it sounds, is most targeted specifically to treat anaerobic cell respiration of cancer cells. As we all learned from our biology class, aerobic respiration functions without the help of oxygen. The basis of this approach was supported by the German biochemist Otto Warburg, who was awarded for the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1931 for his discovery in oxygen transferring enzymes involved in cell respiration. His research did a good favor with him because of his best interest in the physiology of cancer cells, and he was the very first one who proved that cancer cells do not use oxygen in their basic formation of energy. That is why it is related to the anaerobic respiration of cells. There are some diseases or illnesses that Protocel can help cure. Arthritis, psoriasis, mononucleosis, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, multiple sclerosis, and some viral infections, which are mainly colds and flus, cold sores, genital herpes, Epstein-Barr, infectious mononucleosis, hepatitis C, viral papilloma, HPV, FIV, or the viruses that we most get from cats, and as well as HIV and AIDS. The main mechanism of action of the drug Protocel is to not directly kill the viruses, but to block them out of one system. So in that case, the bad cells would not be able to reproduce more. The bad side effects that I heard from this medication is that its toxicity is not that really harmful to some certain patients. In fact, Protocel has been widely used in the United States, which at least 90% of the believers are into it. So, if a patient is in a course of chemotherapy and through all its forms, it is better advisable to take Protocel without any of it to avoid contraindications of the efficacy of the drug. But as a form of an alternative treatment to cure cancer, it is better if a patient continues to keep up with his or her herbal diet, so the maximum efficacy will take effect. Protocel is safer than chemotherapy because it only restricts the bad cells rather than killing it. As what chemotherapy does to one system, it directly kills both the good and the bad cells. As what chemotherapy does to one system, other than that, one will not feel extreme weakness when taking Protocel. It is just said that Protocel increases the risk of toxicity only when one takes too much of it. It is in fact cheaper than chemotherapy for cancer patients because it is only a medicine itself, and it's not available from any pharmacy, and it hasn't been realized that FDA does not approve this alternative treatment because of the threat to the pharmaceutical marketings. It is imperative to read the book of this book called, it is actually from Tanya Harder Pierce, entitled Outsmart Your Cancer, Alternative Non-Toxic Treatments That Work, before actually buying a Protocel. Why do you have to read this book? Because you will know some basic pieces of information on what to do and what to avoid. This book can be brought online, and if you think you're ready to purchase and make a difference, Protocol can be available online, as well as is it not sold in stores. I hope as soon as I cut this speech short, each and every one of you will share the good news to everyone, whether they could be a doctor, a nurse, or a patient. Spread the good news. There is no harm in helping each other in times of sickness. Let us all help one another and win the battle of cancer. It may be hard to believe that cancer is untreatable, but this time, I hope hearing about Protocol can make a difference and help someone's life. Thank you.
Question.